Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. This is the Tarot portion in the second half of my daily astrology vlog, which you can check out on my other channel, Astrology Today with Mel Rose. Over there, you'll find a description of the day's astrological aspects as I have spelled them out here. Here, I'm going to discuss the tarot card that sits on the side of the page, and then I will play another card that, in the context of today's astrology, may give us something more to think about. So the card that sits on the side of the page is the Three of Wands, and it's here because of timing. It relates directly to the second 10 days or the second decan of the sun's transit in the land of Libra here. And Libra is an air sign, and the swords and tarot are air element symbolism. Air element symbolism is about the intellect, what we rationally think and know, what we can logic out for ourselves, sort of what we can rationalize, right? And also just sort of that day-to-day, the casual and not so casual things that we think and plan and say to one another, okay? So here we have the Three of Swords. I'll put it over here. And this is clearly a card about heartbreak. Obviously, you know, like somebody has been pierced to their core. If you think of swords as thoughts and words and plans, then somebody, you know, has spoken some very unkind words or done something else very unkind to show you that they don't have respect for you, and they have pierced you to your core. They don't love you. They don't respect you. And, you know, hopefully, you know, at this point, like, that those people are not your friends. Okay. So, you know, there's heartbreak. It's a very emotional, it's a very sad feeling. It's a very dark feeling. Sometimes we can feel like we want sort of revenge or something like that. You know, especially where swords are involved. You know, the warning is always like, you can use your words to harm or to help. Okay. So at this time, you know, somebody has used their words to harm you. And listen, if you're in that position, I'm very sorry and I'm sad to hear it. But it's temporary, and please do not, you know, turn around and use your words to try to harm that other person, okay? Because that does not make the situation any brighter, does not make the sun come out any sooner, does not help you pull these swords out of your heart any sooner so that you can heal and come back stronger and more capable of connection with people who are, frankly, more worthy of the love that you have to give. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this card over. Oh, and we got the Seven of Swords. Okay, so again, swords are air element. We're still very much in this Libra vibe. The sun is in Libra. Venus is in Libra. They are conjunct together pretty much in Libra. So, you know, there's a thing that happens when Venus and the sun are very close together. It's like we are more attractive than usual, but then they're also, you know, together in Venus's home sign of Libra, right? Where Venus is very powerful in terms of its ability to, or our ability to, the Venus part of us is very attractive in terms of our ability to just call things in that we would like to receive. Attention, affection, compensation, gifts, a work situation, a love affair, whatever it is that you're trying to draw in. This is a very powerful and potent time to do it. And in Libra, you know, Venus is very powerful when in Libra, and then Libra and the sun, that gives us like this really good judgment, okay, like really clear perception about what is true, and an ability to discern well for ourselves, okay. And so it's interesting that the Seven of Swords comes in, because this is a person who has you know, who has discerned a choice for themselves where, I mean, it looks a little dishonest to me. You know, it looks like this person is carrying off more swords than they can possibly use by themselves, at least, right? But also, if you think of those swords in terms of somebody's thoughts, somebody's ideas, the words that somebody has spoken, the plans that someone has made, and this person is sort of like carrying them off and looking over their shoulder while they do it, okay? So there's some deceit here. There's some trickery. You know, I always think of this as a warning to look out for people who would, you know, who would take your ideas and either use them for their own profit or, you know, just against you. You know, like here we are in this situation with the Three of Swords, right? Let's not let it become more swords, right? So, you know, sometimes when we're trying to attract things to ourselves, and, you know, with Libra, there's this sense we have that there's a certain amount of justice to be had, right? Like the things that we want to, the things that we need and desire, that stuff that we like, love, and can't get enough of, you know, that we are somehow due it, like that it would be fair for us to have it, right? So in that case, you know, sometimes people will rationalize being a little dishonest. People will rationalize taking more than their fair share. People will rationalize, you know, playing off of another person's best idea, or, you know, using their ideas or their words against them, you know, sort of to get the attention they would like to get, or the affection they would like to get, or the compensation that they would like to get. You know, it's usually like attention or compensation, right? So, you know, just look out for the people around you. Use your spidey sense. You know, if you have that spidey sense that tingles, like, you know, when you were a kid and maybe you went to a really wild party with other kids, and then you get that idea that, like, okay, it's time to leave this party, and like as you're leaving, the police are showing up at the party, right? Use that spidey sense. That's the one I'm talking about. To know if somebody around you is being dishonest with you in this way. And, you know, if your discernment, if your just senses are telling you something isn't right here, then it's time to ask some questions, all right? And also, you know, be discerning about your own motivations. You know, when you seek to use the thoughts and words of other people for your own gain, or perhaps, you know, even in a conniving way for their loss, right? This really looks like, you know, perhaps somebody broke my heart, and so I'm gonna steal their best idea and sell it, right? Or somebody broke my heart, so I'm gonna gather up all the terrible things they ever said and put them out, you know, in an uncontrolled way on the internet, you know. So you know, beware the brokenhearted, friends. Okay, beware the person that would break your heart, and also beware the brokenhearted at this time. We want to be really careful about how we use our thoughts and our words and our plans. We don't ever really want to seek to wound another person, because when we do, it just begets more sort of dishonesty and underhandedness and lying, and more heartbreak. Let's not go down that path, okay? Let's attend our sweet broken hearts, okay? Knowing that it's a muscle, knowing that it will mend, and that when it mends, it will come back stronger, right? Is it Henry Rollins that says, you know, scar tissue is just, I don't know what he says, but it's like, it's just, you know, made you stronger in the place where you were wounded before. So you should recognize that strength and carry on with yourself. Not worry about, you know, what other people have that you might be able to take from them, or cause harm for them, or somehow benefit from them because, you know, they hurt your feelings. Okay, let's not get bogged down in that crap. All right, I think that's all I have to say about it, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your presence here. My name is Mel Rose, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today and Tarot.